I'm Pete Nowaski. I'm at the Donnie Smith Show in St. Paul, Minnesota, and in this video we're going to introduce Rick Ward, and we're going to talk about how Ward Performance and Nowaski Performance are working together to influence the performance Harley-Davidson industry.
Darling, you got to let me know. Should I stay or should I go?
Hey everybody, this is Matt with Nowaski Performance, and I'm standing next to Rick Ward from Ward Performance. And today we're just going to go over a couple of highlights from Rick's brand. And the Nowaski shop uses basically all Ward Performance parts on all of our shop builds for our customers and our shop bikes. And so we just wanted to take this opportunity today to interview Rick and learn a little bit more about his company. So for those who don't know, Rick, could you introduce yourself for us?
I'm Rick Ward and own Ward Performance. We started in 1989 and been doing it for 35 years. So.
Wow, 35 years of business. What's that been like?
First few years were definitely a struggle, but the last 6, 8 probably been great. So finally can afford to have the equipment that I always wanted, and yeah, everything's good.
So we're here at the Donnie Smith Show. How long have you been coming to the Donnie Smith Show?
I think our first year was 2015.
2015.
Before then, we probably did more sport bike stuff, and we actually manufactured a head that was NHRA approved for post-stock motorcycle. So that's kind of what I did more up until, I'd say, 2010. We got more involved in the Harley market. Probably the best decision I ever made for business anyways.
So that must be pretty wild then to see where Harleys are at today in the performance world. Like, how's that been for you? Obviously starting more on the other side and then seeing Harleys come to where they've gotten now.
In 2003, we got a Suzuki Hayabusa and a couple engines, and we did a little work to that, and we got the bike to go 1040, I think it went. And nowadays, I mean, I got a street Harley that goes the same. So it made 175 horse. That's about what the Busa made. So the Suzuki had a little more top speed for sure, but it's amazing how quick and fast the Harleys are. So we just finished up a bike that it's over in the showcase. It should go 950s in the quarter, and it's a street bike, no wheelie bar or anything like that.
So that's the all carbon Road King, right?
Yes.
Man, that is a sweet bike. What was kind of your inspiration with that bike?
Just, I'm a drag racer, so that's what it's what we do, and it's what I like. And this bike here we're standing in front of has 190 horsepower, and it's a bike me and my wife ride on, 2 of them. So
that's awesome.
Yep.
So obviously Nowaski uses a lot of your parts for our shop builds. How long have you worked with Nowaski, and what's that relationship been like?
It's been great. I think we helped them a lot in the King of the Baggers stuff, and it's made a lot of horsepower for sure. I think he can probably tell you it's a money game. So yeah, it's probably the hard part, I guess, dealing with the factories, So.
Can you go a little bit more in depth for me as far as your guys' specialty with engine work?
Well, in 1993, I bought my first CNC, and I didn't have a real good plan with it. I was going to make trinkets like everybody does, little bolt-on parts. And luckily for me, we were in the performance side. We built motors, did cylinder head work, and that's what that turned into my niche, was the cylinder head. We actually had the first MTC head that was on a Suzuki Pro Stock motor, and we had to weld and move and change a lot of things to make it fit. So that became my little niche. So that's what it's turned into now, is we pretty much do all cylinder head work. So We do factory Indian, the S&S King of the Baggers. We do all their heads and done a lot of factory stuff over the years, and a lot of the big name pro stock. Our heads have held records in Top Fuel, Funny Bike, Pro Stock, Pro Mod. So
That's pretty impressive. So for 2025, do you guys have any, I don't know, new products or things that you've been working on a lot that you're excited about or anything like that?
yeah, this is a new center cooled. We call it center cooled, the Gen 2 Harley heads. They have the oval intake port, so definitely looking promising. Like I said, this is a street bike that we can ride every day, and it's 135 cubic inch and makes 190 horsepower. So when the M8s first came out, at 150, 160 was a big number. So I think the new heads are definitely an improvement for getting that cross-sectional area in the manifold. The heads have always flowed a lot of air, but they didn't flow it through the intake manifold. These do. So
All right. Well, I guess that's everything that we need to know about Rick Ward. If you want to just go ahead and close out the video.
I'm Rick Ward from Ward Performance.